Welcome to our project voting restrictions. The problem we're trying to solve is that it's too hard to figure out what voting restrictions affect you. For years, many states have been increasing their voting restrictions. And if you try to search online for the voting restrictions in your state right now, you'll be greeted with long, confusing lists and large, overwhelming tables full of different restrictions and jargon. Who has the time to parse through all that? While these states usually claim that these measures increase election security, many groups have pointed out that they disproportionately affect people of color and people in poverty, thus making these laws unfair. And that's where our web app comes in. So let me walk you through it. Once you scroll to the bottom, you can just use this drop down to enter what state you live in. And then what the web app will return is a nice, easy, digestible list of all of the restrictive laws the state has passed in relation to some important voting registration areas. For example, you can see here that Georgia has passed some laws relating to voter roll purges based solely on infrequent voting, long voting wait time and line length, among many other restrictions. And at the bottom here, also, we have an important deadline section where you can clearly see what you need to do if you need to vote by mail or in person, when you need to register by. And lastly, we also have an interactive Q&A because we know that some of this terminology on the website might not be that clear and be kind of confusing. So you can just simply ask your questions here, and our RAG-based LangChain agent will answer your questions in a clear and digestible manner. So, for example, let's say I don't know what voter roll purges are. I can just ask, what are voter roll purges? And then I can submit. And as you can see in a moment, our RAG LangChain agent will come back with information personalized to the state you're living in about about the clerk. So here it's going to tell me what voter roll purges are and how they relate to me living in Georgia. And I can keep going and ask any other questions I want.
So for the technologies that we use to build this project, we use React for the front end, Flask for the main service, and Express for the rack server. Additionally, we use Beautiful Soup for web scraping for the voting restrictions and deadlines, and we use LangChain and the ChatGPT API for rack. As for the prizes and track we're going for,
We believe this project has important community impact because it helps marginalized communities vote, and it has important DEI impact because it helps people in color and people in poverty practice their right to vote. Thank you.